Indigenous players and people within the club environment throughout the game. The game underway, here's Jimmy.
Getting time.
So the Tigers looked quite out of trouble as yet. Morris with the ball, about 40 out from his defensive line. He's going to bring it out towards the grandstand wing. Is that in the back? The umpire says yes. Merritt can get the free kick. A bit of a push there from Stengel, who's playing from behind. Merritt centres things up to Langford. Now Gleeson comes past, kicks up towards half forward. Nick O'Brien on the end of it, plays on, turns back around onto the left foot. The Bombers up towards the top of the goal square. Good work there from Batchelor to get hands on it. Couldn't quite complete the mark though. Now Morris, the last line of defence. The Tigers just about almost out of trouble here. And now they clear defensive 50. The mark should be taken by Leonard. No, just clears his head out of bounds. Boundary throwing about 80 metres round from the Richmond, the Essendon goal, I should say. We've played just under 2 minutes and no score to either side. See out there, no Tom Beltran for the Bombers, Jim. He's been a big play for the Bombers all season. Their leading goal kicker and been the best number of times. The Richmond boys no doubt will be happy to see it if they can capitalise on Essendon
fresh areas.
So 3 minutes down, both sides yet to score. A little bit of scrappiness in the play early. It's Draper. He's going to do the ruck work against Big Marriage. Didn't quite gather Marriage. Still towards the boundary line. Sees it out of play. Out of boundary throwing. We're still on centre wing. 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Tick by. No score to either side. Marriage and Draper to do the rough work from the boundary throwing once again. It's a good high boundary throw. Marriage, beautiful tap out to the back there. Miles kicks inside 50. Kick to the top of the square. Trying to fax back there. Almost a mark to Townsend. What can he do at ground level? Almost clear it out of the scrimmage. Now a chance here for Arts. He couldn't quite. Long back into trouble and the Bombers should clear. No, great smother inside the defensive 50 still for Essendon. Stanton lays a tackle. The ball spills to ground. Little edgy kick up towards the top of the goal square. Is that a goal? It is. It's the opener to the Tigers. And it took 4 minutes, but they're on the board first. The first goal going to Richmond.
Got the ball on the boot rather.
Yeah, so she has to make it.
Yeah, but if they're really trying to get some goal, because that's not wide today.
Both sides, the hallmark of their play this year has been pressure inside their time. Once again, we saw that over there. Ball that looked like it might have been weird, good pressure inside. And the Tigers managed to score.
Straight forward again, target missed.
That's fine.
Back here, might just throw that one in the queue.
Okay,
Yeah.
take that.
They always do these days. Yeah, it gets there. Come back and play. Candy and then just got the head all out of there. Plenty of numbers here. Do a pot at the moment, long sitting underneath and take a mark back one. Ball play on as he's that one target, but
There's a bit stiff there, the Tigers, as you said, the big fend off. Don't argue, but there's argument. Brought to a standstill. So boundary Collins, centre wing, popular position already in this game. Soldo, back, he won the tap and then got the little stomach punch for his trouble, and he'll get the free kick. Out on centre wing, hands off. Morris running past, quick inside 50. Chol in best position. He got very high and he took the mark. So he's going to go back and line him up from 45 metres out on the 45-degree angle. So Marvio Chol, he has a chance to double the margin for Richmond. It's been a good start for them. 7 minutes gone, they lead by a goal. Chol comes in, he steps inside the 50 with the special number 67 on the arc, and he makes absolutely no mistake. Marvio Chol kicks his first, and the Tides out to a 2-goal lead.
Chol there, watched him have a shot in the warm-up from the similar spot, and he just snuck it off the side of the boot and didn't even get a journey. So that one, if you're not happy with the safety, better work for the game time.
You don't want to waste him in the warm-up.
Exactly. Don't roll out your best stuff there. Just save it when it counts.
It's always a popular conversation in the warm bowls room. You don't want to waste him in the warm-up. So back instead of there, so good ruck work, just hit on the back of the bombs, and then he could round estimate the numbers, and then strong tackle was laid. By Wayne, because he got the numbers breaking away there. Townsend, he's just going to send it deep, one-on-one. We're going to like contact now, fight us, made a free kick, gets at the back, and it's off on the line. So he's going to play the try to jump. There's still now standing. Now going a short kick out, smothered and off the end of the line. He's going to try now from the Tigers' goal. Essendon get the score on this one, but they won soon. The Tigers are dangerous. They are. They're coming off 4 consecutive losses, Jim, so it's a big day for the footy club, both the AFL side and the VFL side, a Richmond home game, of course, on the AFL side and Dreamtime at the G. But an important game here, Dreamtime near the G. As this one goes up to about the 20 metres out from goal, pack forms and they're pouncing the loose footy, all up about 20 metres out from the Richmond goal, so leading by 2 goals. They're kicking to the Punt Road end of the ground. No, sorry, the Richmond Station end of the ground, I should say. From the stoppage, little one around the corner, not going to quite make the distance. Gleeson sees it through the Bombers. Minus score, the first minus score of the game, 2-1-13. The Tigers, Bombers get the score. Go, Jerry! More down.
involved. Yes, right out the other side. He's got to get on the left. He's going to move out further in front of Lennon. He's got some work to do. All sorts of people there. Blind. Now he's from the Tigers going.
One game here, upright for a long time now, Jim. The first game that we saw Ben Lennon's dominant. He is still the leading goal kicker for the Tigers in the VFL. But he's only managed 14 after about 7 in the first game. So he's still a presence up forward. Let's see how he goes. Here's young Smith. What a great story he is. Derek Smith, the Richmond Academy players. In his first game, they send it forward, the Tigers. But it's all Essendon. Gleeson takes a good defensive mark and wants to move it on quickly. Finds Francis. He takes the mark, keeps on running, kicks inside 50. And it goes into the hands there of Boyce, the Bombers. They're trying to work it out across the top 50. The kick comes in towards Langford. Great work there in the front position from Garthwaite. Couldn't quite take the mark, but brought the ball to ground and saved a certain mark from Langford. Ball up inside 50 for the Bombers, about 45 out from their goals. We've played 11 minutes. It's the Tigers by 13 points. 2-1-13 to zip.
Again, now we've got a hand on it. We went up and then hit the deck. Huge tackle from Francis. Sluggy's man here. Yes, we've got the numbers out the back. We're going to find he's got a goal here. That was mine. Gets up in the air, but he pushes it for a -4.
Their first minus score, their first score of the game. So they kick in. Looks like Markov might take this one. Let's see how they negotiate this one. Markov straight down the guts. And it's a big kick. Lennon was in best position, couldn't quite take the mark. It's all Bombers at ground level though. Little one inside 50 is perfect. Francis takes the mark. Kick in from Howard. It's pinpoint accurate. And Aaron Francis will go back and line them up. Now on the mark from about 48 metres out. In suggests perhaps, or the trees I should say, suggest that perhaps into a slight wind. No doubt distance will be tested here. So in comes Francis. To kick the Bombers first, and then take a good kick from here. On outside 50, the fluoro green boots. It's high, it's long, and it's just off target. -4, through the lines, plays 2-1-13. Richmond by 11 points, 12.5 minutes gone first term at the Swinburne Centre, the new sponsors gym.
Yeah, like him too as the Tigers just bring it out defence down with Chelsea underneath. He's got about 4 defenders, gets out the back, trying to break through there with Silvestro. Couldn't do so, it's just got to go forward most. Tackled Phil well, came off hand, going into the figure down behind. Now, breaking right there, good early. Gets a little hole. Free kick out of that play, just watch yourself there, mate. So, going to look for a number off the field, not a lot of movement for him, so he's going to go short back to Hunt, or half back to flank. And so like Garthwaite, so he's going to move the ball up the field. Come back in again, Garthwaite. Over his head, so could put him under a little bit of pressure on the ball, sits through. Option long, which is one at the back, lands up with it. So you get to the back group, and send it down the field, and the under a lot of pressure there.
Spills off hands. Bombers with numbers at ground level. As Jim Hickleton struggles to get words out. Jake Long, ball back, comes out to Darby. Darby now with the long high kick. Francis has to sit right underneath it. Did well to tap it to ground level. The Bombers might be on here. Bird inside 50. High ball. Is that a mark over the top? Not quite. Richmond now with numbers at ground level. They should be able to clear this one. Handball backwards there from Beasley. It's a free kick and advantage given. Now Jacob Ballard can steady the ship and the Tigers go on the improve.
Yeah, so they get a long kick going forward there to a 1-on-1. Contest to do so. Now we're going to send it 25 forward to 50. Off ball, counted at the back, it's not a boot. Tigers got their third. 3-1 What I'm liking is working the umpire and sending too. Tracking and bounces there as well. They've got to make sure they get done.
So the Tigers have gone forward probably a little bit more than the Bombers, but they've certainly been a lot cleaner inside their attacking 50. And and they've got 3 goals to show for it. 3-1-19 plays 2 behinds. We tick past the 15-minute mark here at the Swinburne Centre. It is Sir Doug Nichols' round, an important round, the Indigenous round for the AFL and also for the VFL. In this game, we are recognising the Indigenous connection to both of these sides. Of course, Richmond here at the Swinburne Centre do have the Corinne Gamaji Institute, I should say. Fantastic squares things up. Kern, now the Bombers out on the far side to mark taking Nick O'Brien.
Further afield of the play, it's going to be late there. There's still no one moving from it. There's been pulled up long now. Instead, the Spears went on the right, the little lead. There's up to 3. Gave him an option, so it's going slow along the outside. There's been up and under kick. To about 60 out miles, sitting underneath, puts the pressure on him, but he knows he's taking one on the check. It's really good to put his hand under the footy.
I missed it by that much.
Push it back! I got you, please, you gotta go!
Back almost.
Bang it!
So we're inside 50, 17 minutes gone. The Tigers searching for a fourth. The Bombers yet to pick a major themselves. Tap down from McKernan. Lots of players around the ball and not a lot of clear running room. Another stoppage inside 50. Of course, both 50-metre marks beautifully painted with the number 67 to represent the 50-year anniversary of the 1967 referendum, unifying moment for the nation. Of course, it was where Australians voted yes to recognising Indigenous people in the census. As the Bombers clear defensive 50, they've got lots and lots of room to work with. Here's a chance. Boyce takes the bounce. He's got absolutely nothing to kick to. That's great work. Absolutely sensational work manning the mark there, or manning the space. The Tigers force it out of play. I think that was Jim. But fantastic smother. I think that might have been Daniel Caulfield.
Hold up his hand there. Just driving away from the content.
So I think they said
I think the Russian have got together with 2 years. Maybe is that where that one's at? We've thrown it again. Be married, he gets in front position, goes to the Russian, sets the they've got to go forward, they've got the numbers there, Essendon, they can work it out, they can't. Right on the field, a little bit of push and shove and the field. Definitely in this one. Charging through that free kick too high.
Howlett lost his footing, and in the end that sort of was that domino effect, and the umpire calling the free kick. So free kick to Howlett inside 50 for Bobbers.
I think you'd have to know it. 25 at that point.
Too early for the free kickers.
So it makes way now. Cut this hip right. Kick. Not through. They got their first today.
1-2-8. The Bombers capitalise on a free kick inside. They're attacking 50 for their first major of the game. As we mentioned just earlier, they are possibly kicking into the wind slightly better. That would only be a slight win, you'd say. and they do get a goal to steady the ship, at least momentarily. 1-2-8 the Bombers, the Tigers 21-19. Back in the middle, it's going to be Marich and Draper. Marich wins the tap down convincingly. The Bombers look like they're going to win the clearance here. Here's Nick Hind. He's been busy early, kicks up towards attacking 50. Francis got high, couldn't quite tap it down. But the Tigers have numbers across defensive 50. Morris and Hunt combined, and then Morris to a dangerous position. Jake Long, he came through with pace, did well to gather the footy. Gave it off there to Begley, who kicked on goal, hit the post. Just dribbled into the post, a minor score for the Bombers, 139, plays 3-1-19. 20 minutes gone, 21 minutes gone. Batchelor takes a quick kick in, it's a very good kick in, they're already out of defensive 50 time.
So yeah, Batchelor managed to get a target down on the wing there, and he moves further and field. He's never going to be a good there, and then comes back. He's got something on over the line. Short setting with the Tigers. Pressure.
Gathered on the hill there, Jim.
Take care.
About 45 out. We'll be trying to great angle. All I need you to do is go up. Ball on its way. It started back early. It's coming back. How about that? This is going out to what? Second. Second rather. 15 and Richmond 3-1-19. Point lead.
I agree. I think it's around
That's a great kick inside there by Ed Hine. Equivalent to the Bombers early. And they've worked their way back into the contest after Tigers at the fast start. The Bombers back within 4 points. 23 minutes played, 3-1-19 plays 2-3-15. This is live VFL action in the Swinburne Centre. Sir Doug Nichols round as the ball is bounced perfectly in the middle of the ground. Howlett is going to win the clearance, handballs back to Gleeson, who's running off half back, kicks up towards centre half forward. The mark is taken, the Bombers have really lifted late in this quarter. Begley wheels around, kicks up to the hot spot, one hand on the footy. Not quite the second. Tigers should be able to clear defence here. Long kick comes up towards the wing. Mark's taken up to Matt Stanton. Handball over the top. Goes out of play down the corner. It's in the wing. Running over contract here. Come!
Gleeson gets it over the top. Essendon got the run. It's going to go long. McKernan's out the back. Kick just needs to get maybe work well. Takes the hand. Should be out. Bit of an angle. That pressure from the Essendon players that goes into the ground. And that's the whole Richmond up and they've got away. And they're effective with the turnover. Send the ball forward and think.
They're just working the ball a little bit better than the Tigers, Jim, and this late goal might says we've come at the quarter-time break.
So McKernan sends it on its way. The umpire hasn't done a lot of work. It's just all right. Pushes across the face though. Just carries the light for a minor score. So 2-4-16 now. Essendon Richmond 3-1-19. 25 minutes back.
They really need to stand the ship now. See what they can do in this last part of the term. The long kick comes out towards Marrick, who got front position, couldn't quite take the mark. Spills to ground, Stanton's involved, he kicks it forward up to the hot spot for the Bombers. Big fly there came from Smith over the top, didn't quite get hands to it though. Now a chance there for Batchelor, he's well wrapped up, Smith goes in, lays a good tackle, brings things to a standstill, ball up. Forward pocket there for the Tigers, 25.5 minutes gone. First term, still inside attacking 50 for the Bombers in front of a big crowd here at the Swinburne Centre. Ball up.
So McKernan just slapped that one towards goal. He's got a number out the back. He's running on for a goal. Straight bird. Calm down from McKernan. That's released him towards goal. He finished it well. Get away a little bit here. 3-4-22, Richmond 3-1-19. 3 points rather. Get away. They'll take it. We approach quarter time.
Good goal there for Bird, and a good goal there for the Bombers. Maybe a few danger signs there. The Tigers, as they've conceded the last 3 goals after the opening 3 of the game. Back in the middle of the ground, Langford. He rode that absolutely beautifully, then kicked a wobbler inside 50. Bombers with numbers front and centre. Bird, the goal kicker, got his handball up. Things brought to a standstill. Ball up about 55 out. The Essendon goal.
I'm confident Langford forgot what he kicked the wicket. He got all messed up with his steps in there.
Back in play, McKernan couldn't quite gather. Now a chance for him. He handballs off. It ends up with Bird again for 2 in a minute. It's travelling. It's not going to make the distance. Oh, good defensive mark is taken from the last line of defence. And now a chance. Tigers to exit defensive 50.
Get it out of there. Draper was able to gather it long. He got his hands over the ball. He hit the hands off. Straight through there. He's out of man. Short hand pass now. Brought in forward. And he does. He sends it in the forward pocket. He's got a man carrying up the footy. Great just especially managed to get a hands on it. Now Smith got it out the back and the box space as well. Tigers moves pretty well. Hunt gets there. He hands himself to Mesto. Runs into trouble. Should be able to work it out. Got to go ball there and get away some miles. Eventually Gadway up the line. Easy grab the shot. That's been paid.
Gleeson with the ball on the far wing. He wants to switch things up to the grandstand side. 28 minutes gone, I should say. Not be much time left. Kick to a one-on-one. Jake Long ran straight at the footy. Ended up taking out his opponent in Alice and then down at the footy himself. Now the Bombers under siege. A little bit of time to backpedal and go back over the top to McNeese, back to Howard. They're going to have to concede territory here. The Bombers good pressure coming from the Tigers. Kicks out towards Jackson Merrick and the full switch is completely policing.
And that's when they get to the end. Behind him, now putting his term, just backs himself and sends it long. He's gone to a 1-2 situation. Getting involved back to the park. Grand little one back to the Bombers.
29 minutes gone. 3-1-19 the Tigers. They trail the Bombers by 3 points. Ball up. Tigers get the clearing kick. Out towards Chol. Sits underneath it with Jackson Merritt. Merritt read it best. He's going to wheel around and kick inside 50. Bombers with lots of numbers. And a good strong mark is taken by Aaron Francis. He'll go back and line them up from about 40 metres out, directly in front. Might even be kick after the siren. Kick the siren quite imminent now, Jim.
So this bloke, he's got the ability to be a father. Should be running around. Yeah, he should be out to G later tonight. Only exactly, and I'm putting it on him. He should be out there.
In comes Francis, another one sporting the fluoro greens. Kicks on goal, it's drifting towards the left, and this is the left-hand side. 3-5-23, plays 3-1-19. The Bombers by 4 points.
Draven going up against Draven just won his own kill and then second ball inside 4 seconds. Beautiful front there for the boys. Came on man, just keeps going out for it though. Strong tackle later, just holds it up, there's a little throw out there and then just that moment. Take it, gets going forward, running in, gets the license and eagle. Now with the move, the footy on now. Send it straight into the hands of the man on the march. Working hard, sliding mark, no matter what he wants to use it, he does.
Redmond for the Bombers. Defensive 50 on his just. Jake Long, that's 50. March, made late contact. So March is 2 mistakes there in 2 seconds. Thick inside 50, turnover. Now he's giving away 50. Straight down up to center wing. One more break. VFL coach thought of that. Jake Long's switch kick wasn't great, put teammates under pressure, but Bird sorts things out. Now the Bombers go forward via Morgan. It's not in front of Langford, they couldn't quite find a mark. They're throwing half forward for Essendon right in front of the Richmond station. A number of people gathering ahead of the Dreamtime match. Dreamtime at the G. Richmond and Essendon. What a fantastic match tonight. What a fantastic match we've got in front of us right now, Jim. Holding the ball. I'll tell you what, Chris Silvestro has been superb so far. He's hit the contest very hard and come back with the fly early in the first term, early this quarter. It's really important touch.
The inspiration was probably this one, it's footy, goes got a hand in there. Yeah, so he's trying to bring it back to the shoulder. He's going to throw it on the boot, pass it goes off hand. He gets a little turn. Take it, they're gathering the footy there, he's tackled. He's trying to work it out. Well, stopping Tommy up that
No score yet in the second term. It is Essendon 35-23 leading Richmond 3-1-19. Ball up, ball at the bottom of the pack. Langford got a crucial handball out, but a great tackle there from Ballard. Still about 70 metres out from the Essendon goal, just forward of the centre. The Bombers inside the centre square. It's Draper Marriott to do the ruck work once again. Ball spills to ground. Try to kick it off the ground. Draper couldn't quite get boot to ball. Howlett eventually stood up with the footy, but still couldn't get clean possession. Eventually Ballard gets the ball back, and then Morris sends it forward to half forward. Good strong mark is taken there by Jacob Townsend. Wants to move it on quickly towards Chol. He got a hand on it, but then McNeese gathered the ball, almost run down from behind. Got the handball off just in time. The Bombers are out of trouble. Bouncing ball on centre wing. Tigers with numbers though, they should clean this one up, a little high up and under. Lennon had to sit under it, he did well, took the mark, kicked inside 50, Chol took the mark. About 40 metres out, 45-degree angle, pretty much the same position that he kicked the goal from in the first quarter, except the other side, or kicking to the other side of the ground.
I reckon that's all the result of Charles' pressure at the forward 50 to a moment ago. Put the pressure on the Essendon defenders trying to get it out. That forced the area with the kick out of there. Went to a 3-on-1 situation. The Tigers put it back in. Lennon with super strong hands. And then a great kick for himself.
Charles. In he comes to reclaim the lead for the Tigers. Beautiful set shot in the first term. And just pushes this one to the right in the second term. So a minor score. 3-2-20 the Tigers, trailed by 3-5-23 the Bombers. 5 minutes gone, second term. The Swinburne Centre here on Punt Road.
Just bring it back into play, straight to the hands of Mallett. He disappointed there, Lennon on the hand, but a really poor handball. At the least, Langford who can send it inside forward 50. Garthwaite though can get there first from the Tigers. Yeah, he can just bring the ball out of the fence. He's just going to switch it though.
Garthwaite's been pretty good as well. I think he's played that sweeping role reasonably well and stopped a few goals there from the Bombers moving.
There's the ball on so nice, looking down the half-back flank. Good set up over there. Let's give the Tigers much to get it out there. Doesn't happen under kick. Leeson underneath though can take what should have been an easy mark. So he tried to claim it, but I reckon he's just he spilled it as he came down.
Yeah. So it's the one spilled out of bounds. So the boundary throw in on the far side of the ground in front of the scoreboard. Hill, lots of people on the hill now. There's Draper, won the tap forward. It spills out towards the boundary line. Wood got on the end of it. And now Narrett forced to kick up towards Chol. Got hands on it, then tried to gather at ground level, did very well to rein the ball in and force a stoppage. But the umpire says, actually, you've dragged it in, holding the ball. So an Essendon free kick on the defensive edge of the centre square, and it's going to go to Gleeson.
So a short kick into the middle now, that's long with it, he's just going to switch the ball, he's going to go back to the side. Move quickly, they should be on. Kick comes to stand there, he's under all sorts of pressure. Really good out there, good goal. Arrived late, but really effective as well. So throwing now 80 around from the Tigers goal. Get the noses back in front of this contest. Good play there, so Soldo up against Draper. Soldo goes down, getting involved there. Alice, but Essendon can't work it out. Getting involved there. Now kicking inside forward 50 is Begley. So one-on-one, it's a lot of people in front, and then it comes off through. He throws out the boundary line, that's with those voices. That's going 45 grand, Tom Wilson's up.
20 plays 23, 3 points the difference. The Bombers in front, almost 8 minutes gone, second term. Swinburne Centre, the ball inside attacking 50 for Essendon. Curtin got the tap back into the corridor. People don't argue there, came from Pine, who's been good. Possession not so good on that occasion. Another man that's been good, Silvestro. This time his kick let him down. So Jackson Merritt with the ball on centre wing, right in front of our commentary position. Kicks the Bombers long and inside 50. Comes off hands. Batchelor backwards and with the switch. It's a good kick. And the Tigers should get out of trouble here. They're going to come down the middle of the ground. Wood, little one over the top. Lennon got space to work with. Kick longer. Backy. He's taken the mark about 60 metres out from goal. Where's he going to go? In the Chol direction. Coming back is Townsend. He read it beautifully. And Townsend should go back and put the Tigers back in front.
It was almost well played from Chol. He sort of sat back. Knew he had Townsend coming in. And
so Townsend with a kick from probably 20 metres out. Angle maybe only 5 or 10 degrees really. Should not make a mistake with this one, Jacob Townsend. Already a goal in the first term. This to become the only multiple goal kicker on the ground. And more importantly, to give the Tigers back the lead. He makes no mistake. Townsend goals. Richmond back in front.
You mentioned earlier Lennon kicking think about last time I was going to Punt Road against North Ballarat, from memory, Townsend did the same thing. He racked up massive numbers around the ground as well. So good for them just to get him on the board now. He's involved now. He's got 2, so he's looking really good.
And again, we see the Tigers, with the opening goal of the term and starting the quarters well. They started the first term well. Bombers yet to score in this quarter. The Tigers have kicked 1 goal, 1. So they're back in front as we tick towards the 10-minute mark.
Back in the centre of the ground, the umpire just goes up in his case and he's like, he goes the palm down, he goes down, he's batting off. Ground hit.
Langford gathered for the Bombers. And now they go forward again. Francis got front position. Good punch though, came from the back. Garthwaite, he got the handball out towards the target there in Stengel. He couldn't quite gather. That was high contact. The umpire missed that one. Silvestro went in hard. A little spin out of trouble there from Caulfield was very good, and then kicked to Chol. He had to come back with courage, and he took the mark one-handed. Beautiful work. He's playing a great game, Marbior Chol. He kicks out wide. Little laconic kick around the corner there from Bathy. Front position though. It's going to be a free kick to the Tigers. And that is the reward you get for playing in front. Jacob Ballard is going to go back and assess his options.
Really worked that contest well, didn't he? He tried to take the ball on the boundary line side of himself. And it worked out effectively for him.
And again, it was Chol involved. He took a great mark coming back with the flight, one hand in the middle of the ground, and then they managed to work it forward, and now a chance for Ballard. He's hard up against the boundary line, sticks it out to the left, it's not going to track back enough. Might have scored, so 4-3, 27 the Tigers, they extend their lead to 4 points. Bombers 3-5-23. We've played 12 minutes in the second term here at Swinburne Centre. Bombers kick in. He's shinned that towards half-back flank there. Kicked an absolute mung and put his team under all sort of pressure. Richmond able to lock it out well, and now they'll try and make him pay for that kick. So we'll get a ball up. Half-forward flank, Tigers in attack. Started this term well. Work way through it, the umpire. Blood rule. I take this opportunity to say again, Jim, what a great crowd it is here, and a great atmosphere before the Green Giant game. A lot of people have come a bit earlier to see the Richmond VFL side, and of course probably a few from the Essendon camp as well. Plenty of AFL players out there.
Yep, there's plenty of solid footballs on show here today, and yes, you can set the crowd packed in. Love it. What I want to see is a little bit more voice. I want to see them getting a little bit dirty with what's going on. Let's see them get all fired up. There's balls just scratching around on the half-forward flag. No one getting in clean possession away as well. Just get around the field. Ball up. Battle again. That was Sol to get the front position. He almost didn't get a tap on it. Got a little bit of a slipper on it. Essendon, he's now working out the lines from there, just taking it out of the chest. 450, Sol out and dropping back into a dangerous position. It's just been sat on his head and he works well in front. Almost with the hands. Essendon though have made the release out of here. A little bit of pressure to fly, but the kick gets away. And that goes forward, and there's Brian working his way into the contest there. So Boyce has been involved, but Tigers with Garthwaite, and then Morris can work it up the wing, get involved with Miles, he gambles it off. Nice pulling for it again, get the old 1-2 going, but he didn't get it. Kick went up towards Charles and let him found himself at the front. Had 2 bites at it and eventually took it. Now he's just going to go for the short ball. Got a man there, Solder on the outside. He's got Chol at the top of the square, calling for it, doesn't get 2 to go in, but he's got a little bit of room to move, so he'll go there in the end. Ballard's in good position, he attacked the pelt, came off hands, gave the Cummins a chance. Essendon got the numbers though now throwing the boot. Throwing the ball in the boot was Darby. He's almost the mark. Now so it would have been a real contender for your mark with those sort of things. Now Wellington eventually gathered the ball. He went with a short kick and he found his man. Just inside 40 50 there. Down Wood. He'll line up and have a shot on goal.
His big fly there, but not to any avail. And Tigers, I'll tell you what, their pressure inside, they're attacking 50, particularly up in the early stages of both the first term and this term, has been superb. And now another opportunity to kick another goal.
Exactly, so shot on goal now. Looks good off the boot and it's snuck through. Tigers get their kick by 33, it's 23 of 15 minutes in this second term.
So once again, reward for effort. Pressure inside 50, inside attacking 50, and we see the Tigers now out to a 10-point advantage. 3-5-23 the Bombers. The Tigers now 5-3-33. So some good work from them. From the Tigers to get back into this contest. They've kicked 2 goals, 2 to no score this quarter. So effort from all the Richmond players involved. Back in the middle of the ground. Soldo, McCurden got up high up, won the tap down. Tigers almost win it. Spills out to Aaron Heppel though. He kicks forward. No mark taken there. Hit the chest a bit high, couldn't quite take it, still in pursuit of it. Great work there from the Tigers though. They might be holding the ball, the umpire says yes it is. Derek Smith wraps up the tackle there. Straight kick to Heppel. So Heppel kicks up towards McKernan. Soldo come from behind, he did. He got hands on it, got the fist forward, but Howlett roved it well. Kick to the hot spot, it's a great kick. And to mark inside 50 for the Bombers. Set shot from 20 metres out, directly in front coming up here for Alex Boyce. Already a goal kicker in the first term, chance to kick his second goal.
But they're struggling this term going forward. They haven't been able to get that week up and play, but they did in the first term. This is a real good opportunity for a kick going forward.
Here comes Boyce. Shouldn't make a mistake from here. 20 metres out directly in front. He kicks the goal. The Bombers are on the board in the second term. And Boyce has 2.
Very dangerous from the outset as Boyce.
Pause! Pause! After!
4-5-29 plays 5-3-33. It's the Tigers by 4 points. 17 and a half minutes gone. Second term.
Looking for a response now. They don't want to favour on it in that first term and let Essendon get a run on there and put all the pressure. So we can see what they do here. They've got to lift it again now. Got all the big guns in there.
We'll go when you can.
Circling in. Looking to get his hands on the field. Open up to a lot of momentum there. They're going up in the ruck. Hold Essendon under record. That's got the foot. Looks at Derek Smith. Under the transfer. Hold up and slap it back to Smith. That's good. Kick down the ground, top of the pack. Went through a bit of a slide and get his own footy. Didn't want to get the hand behind. Again, 4 points. All they just want to be part of it. Essendon going to bring us all to the ground. Picks up a target well. He did good there. O'Brien really got the hands off now, long kick from the top of the square, get it back and mark it. There, he's like a tackle. Looks like another 4.
Tigers by 4 points. And Bombers deep into attack. Spills off hands. The lights are on here at Swinburne Centre, the newly named. Renamed Swinburne Centre, Cup Road Oval. The Tigers work this one out of defence. Scrappy. They're just edging it forward, rugby union territory style. And force it out of play. A boundary throw in, far side on the 50 paintwork. Right in front of Richmond Station. 19 and a half minutes gone. 4 points. The lead for the Tigers. Late second term. Marriott got front position, tapped it forward again, and it spills out of play. Another boundary thrown, about 60 metres out this time from Essendon goal.
Dangerous Essendon. So they can work in this contest and just get into a 450 with the space in there so they can get in. Thrown out. They'll get a kick. Down, stick the back and land, get it going.
Derek Smith, the long left foot raking kick. Oh, big fly, comes off hands. Choles there, he can't quite gather, and it spills out of play. So another boundary throw, and this time about 20 metres forward of the wing for the Tigers, far side of the ground. Throwing.
Play there. Marriott gets the front stick, got a palm down. He wasn't looking for long. As long as on the opposition, he found it. Tackle later in. Well done. Tap down, Howard trying to break his way out there. So, look at that free kick from the back, the outside. Tigers have a chance here. Send it long. No hard it was. Then he was 50, then flying back on where he got a fish on it. So trying to get the ball behind his head. Down there now. Bring himself up. They got a number. He gets loose. Jaggard, come on up for his second of the day.
Once again, it's the forwards running forward, tackling, turning the footy over with that forward pressure, and the scoring shot is the result. Arts has been very good up forward so far, already a goal kicker today, and a really good opportunity to make it 2 for the afternoon, or the evening I should say. Right side, great opportunity here for him. You get just inside 450. You get to about 45. You got its way, and he's right outside the goals there. -4. Well, first time it's 5-4-34, S-4, 29. Got 22 minutes. Stand, bring the ball back to play. Just chisels one out to the halfback playing a really good kick. Good place down. He wanted it back, but in the end, he just goes down the wing. We want to get off. Nice, good fish. Kick it for the 2 line. Gave a really good chance. Was flat to the line for the throw in. 5 points to lead here for the Tigers after trailing by 4 points at quarter time. Boundary thrown just about clears everyone. Not Morris, he ran onto the footy and then he got one high, the umpire says.
50 metres away again for the third time and it's about 5 minutes.
He goes, so plenty of umpiring going on off the ball. Townsend, 2 goals to his name.
Yeah, pick it up for him anyway.
Now, the Tigers just weighing up all the options inside 50. Long kick up towards Marriott, came off hands. No one able to gather the footy for either side. Stacks on and a ball up the result. About 45 out from the Richmond goal. Travelled 23 minutes. It's Richmond by 5 points still.
Yeah, that's right.
Stack something late here.
Yeah, keep an eye on it.
There's not going to get too much of that. The free kick through the back here. Big Foxy to tackle that finish in place. Free kick just away Miles. It will do.
Get the block!
It's kicked him just on the pain of 50. Really good opportunity for folks here to break open what's been a game. Played within the best kick the whole way through. Little lights here. They really take the time to start to take it back. about building mines. He's going to spear.
Spear one into the pocket. Just couldn't quite find the target, and the Bombers clear defensive 50. Up towards Peters, he couldn't quite take the mark. They're almost out the back here if they can get the handball on. Good defensive work though. Game from Hugh Beasley. Bombers still with a chance though. Little one over the top towards O'Brien. He kicks inside 50. A loose man out the back. It's Begley. Can he gather and keep it in? Not quite. The ball spills out of bounds. Boundary throwing. Forward pocket for Essendon. They move it quickly from one end of the ground to the other.
Yeah, I've been saying
Goal, snuck that one out the back. So it might have been Josh Begley gets involved in his first of the day. Essendon just regained the lead after a chance a moment ago there, push it out to the 2-goal margin and step back to 35 Essendon leading this one by a point over the Tigers 6-34.
Bring up!
26-minute mark of this second term.
Well, a good response from the Bombers, and the Tigers will be disappointed to let one through so late in this term. 26 minutes down, the Bombers by a point in the second term here. And they win the clearance once again. Clark picks up towards centre half forward. That's holding the ball. The umpire says yes it is. And the free kick is going the way of the Tigers. The tackle then on Nick O'Brien. Now a chance for Caulfield to use it. Kick wide, he kicks wide to the far side. So Richmond just happy to slow things down here. Now the long kick down the line. Still in play. Popped up for the Bombers and they go forward up towards the target there in Nick O'Brien again. They've got runners streaming forward. Stanton pumps it inside 50. It's a bouncing ball that's bouncing all the way towards the goal line, but once again, similar result to the last entry inside 50. It just spills out of play, so a boundary thrown deep in the forward pocket for the Bombers, who lead this one by 1 point. Not long to go in this first half. 27 minutes gone in the second term here at Swinburne Centre.
They'll be hoping for a similar result here to a moment ago. Soldo got a hand on it, covered towards the line for a minor score. The lead extended out to 2 points. 27.5 gone in this term. Tigers out here. Ball going out towards half-back playing a super strong grab there. Extended knees and he came in, he's that third in line. Rose above the rest and then he's taking the hand. Inside forward 50, sat on throw an opponent's head there. Strong tackle away. Tigers can walk out. They'll be happy to get another stop at 30 out from their goal. Footy in hand. Soldo did well. Got the cut down, got Molotov right through. Got the footy now, rough kick out of there. Billy Clark. Francis and Gallagher. Got the scrub one. Now ball comes back and forward. Trying to pick up the ball there with Burt. He tackled. Now he's going to try and get away. Yes, the goal, 28.5 gone. Second turn.
2 points of difference. And inside 50 for the Bombers. Cannot be much time left. There's only been 4 goals between the two sides kicked in this one. Soldo doing the ruck work. Finds Morris. And now the Tigers can pitch play towards this grandstand side of the ground. Great mark is taken Silvestro. Wants to move it on quickly and does. He had the runner who can take a bounce and who can take a second bounce. That's Markov. He kicks into the pocket. It's a deep kick coming across the front of the pack. Forcing it out of play with Lennon. Boundary throw in Markov. An exciting run. It ends with a boundary.
Wheels, didn't it?
He certainly did. It ends with a boundary throw in inside 50 here for the Tigers. So boundary throw in. What can the Tigers muster? Half time coming up. There's a free kick. Which way is it going? Players look and wait. It's a Bombers free kick. And it's going to be taken by Draper.
Goes short, puts down under all for the person. Shot a goal, the Tigers. Really good from there. Kick must just held up in the air. A little bit too long, but now it's all on drive at the air. He's got it. Kicked about 45 out. Right on the side. Chance to give the Tigers back the lead here. Makes his way now. Big kick here. Distance shouldn't be an issue. Ball on its way and he's completely staying to the nose. He's put a boot for a minus score, just putting result there, but at half time I'll be going 5-35.
So it's 1 point the difference here at the Swinburne Centre at half for the Tigers tonight in recognition of that year. We're back underway. Second half of action in the VFL is underway. What a second half we're in for, Jim.
Yeah, it's an absolute belter here. Both sides will be looking for first blood in the second half, so it's all out there for the second ball off. Okay, go back down and we'll try it for the third time now. In the centre of the ground here. Numbers up to 40 here. To their advantage, now Backslash has found a front position. I really liked his game. He has been very good with his stats, so he has plenty of it. I would have thought he saw a kick over from the pocket there, real dark on that outside. We're going to struggle looking over there. Let's bring the fill over here, that'd be nice. Just went up the wing there, came off hands. I was trying to work it out, getting up to the footy there was Baffy, he just held the ball up in the air and where no one else could reach it and gave it off. Now he gets some run down the wing, it's going to get sent inside forward 50, so they're trying to get the back, trying to get there, but getting there first will be the Essendon defender. That just straight birdie, help it across the line. Minus score, just going to pick up the 5 to 6:36 apiece as you go on and bring the ball back into play.
Let's just paint the picture for the listeners at home as the Bombers try and move this one out of defence. There's a huge crowd in here at the Swinburne Centre, the Punt Road Oval, ahead of the Dreamtime at the G game, watching this VFL game with very, very good intent. And the lights are on, it's pitch black on the far side as the ball goes out to the wing. Tigers manage to force the turnover. Going to go backwards to come forwards, and now the kick inside 50. Just behind, there's a few players that you sort of think that they're kicking the space, but suddenly a Richmond player and Essendon player appear out of nowhere, and it spills out of play. Boundary throw in at half forward for the Tigers.
I'll say that scoreboard flying.
The scoreboard is shining brightly on top of the hill.
Richmond just going to leave it, bring it back on the play, ball go deep inside 450 or number 8. Maybe a free kick. Just working himself in a good position. Really left his man no other option than to free kick, so good chance for the Tigers here. That's not scoring, don't go inside 450. This is an even better chance again for the set shot 30 out directly in front. We have an advantage in the third term. Eventually gets the ball on the third and just puts it early, but not enough to achieve behind. He's got the first rookie and third term. The Tigers got 6-42. The lead is at 5-6-36. Yeah. 3 minutes in this third term.
Times by the goal. So, I'll tell you what, Jim, I was just thinking before, you guys kick games that sometimes they put the cones out so that reduce the size, maybe put the cones down the halfway point of the oval so we can front of this wing.
Just play the game in the car.
So back in the middle of the ground, it is Richmond by 1 goal, 6-6-42. The Bombers 5-6-36. Beautiful bounce in the centre of the ground. Howlett, I should say, overran the footy, and then the kick inside 50 is cut off. The mark taken Caulfield. So Caulfield with the ball just inside his defensive 50. It's a dangerous kick, but a good kick. It finds the target there in Ballard. Looks for options. Jacob Ballard sends a long ball inside 50. Oh, one hand, and just stuck the mid up perfectly and took the grab. It was a juggling effort. And a perfect mark. It's taken inside 50, and now a chance to kick on goal coming up. It's Ryan Baffy, as you said. He's going to go back and kick at goal from about 30 metres out, directly in front. The Tigers have started both the first and the second term well. They've started the third term well. In comes Baffy for the second goal of the third term already. He kept it low. It didn't look pretty, but it went through, and that's all that matters. Another goal for the Tigers. They've kicked 2 this term, and they've skipped out to a 2-goal advantage. 7-6-48 plays 5-6-36.
Spot on. Kick in was pretty.
Shotgun!
Kick down, it's just floated through the middle. He's got lucky there.
Jeez, he gloved it well, didn't he?
Yeah, he just stuck up that one
He
mitt.
stuck the one mitt in the air, and it's stuck.
Dragged it down. Stuff.
Travis Cloak, it's Collingwood GWS side with the glove on.
Got real sticky mitt. So bounce now. I'm not sure what's going on here. We were going ball up earlier, now we're going to the bounce.
What's your thoughts on the bounce, Jim? It's been a big week for the bounce.
I say keep it. As long as casual doing what we're going to say, pick it up. Training needs to be done with that. So finish together there. That was great. We got it moving out there quickly, spinning out a little bit of jump there. And now getting more into a big ball on the edge, and then now he's getting a long gap at the end. Working well there with Wood. He's spun out a little bit of jump, kicking up the shoulder. It's the mark, I reckon. The other side passing into West Side.
With the ball on the wing, wants to play on, winds up, kicks to centre half forward. Is that a holding free kick? Umpire says no, play on. Howlett feigns one, kicks on the left foot into space, coming back with the flight, almost a mark taken. They're not paid in the end for Peters, and it spills out of play. Boundary throw in, forward pocket for Essendon. They trailed this one by 2 goals. It's the Tigers in front. 7-6-48 plays 5-6-36. 6.5 minutes gone. Boundary throw in. Who's in the ruck there? It's McKernan and Marriage. Marriage knocked it down. Numbers at ground level for the Tigers. They're not quite out of trouble yet, though. Both teams have displayed great forward pressure. Little kick forward there from O'Brien. Centering ball, it just spills through from behind. Minus score, 11 points difference. 5-7-37 plays 7-6-48. 7 minutes gone. Third term here at Swinburne Centre.
Probably Markov just kicked it to himself and then launched it up the guts of the ground. Drove it, got the hands out the back. Much is getting involved on this week. We might lose another bit. Let's just keep the ball out here. Morris is going to have a chance to affect the score. He does well.
You can hear the crowd getting involved, Jim, because they can finally see the play. It's right in front of them.
A little bit of voice from the crowd. Starting to get excited for the main game, so they're just letting it all out a little early. Starting to play, Matt's working way to the front. He brought the pill to ground. Involved the hands helping out. Letting out the Tigers through. So that was Brandon Wood. He just got it working for him. He's not still back. That's going to sidestep his man. And he's just going to chip the ball to the hot spot. He needs to mark out the back. No, get it. Free kick going away from the roll there. Not sure of a lot in that one.
Just Silvestro's a very exciting player. I love watching him every time we get to call the Richmond games, and once again on that occasion, very exciting as the Bombers clear it out of defence. Mark taken there by Langford. And now just assessing his options from half back, and eventually kicks long down the wing. Good strong mark taken on the outside. The Bombers can move it inboard. Nick Hine takes the mark, kicks up towards centre half forward. Draper had a good reach at it, but the Tigers do well to defend this one. And look at them, they're off on the counter attack. They've got numbers wide. Morris on his defensive 50, squares things up. Silvestro takes the mark on the wing.
Silvestro just keeps working hard and getting in the game. He's got to wet plenty of the pill. He's going to look towards his forward punt. He's going to be good, working through, and they're going to fly at the ball. That was he's pretty good. Here's Silvestro, didn't quite find him, but behind. He's up the target there, Josh Stevens. He'll send it forward now. He's gone to a 1-on-2 situation. Gardway floats back, comes off his head, all throws well. Gave it off, now it's time to attack through the corridor. That's Stengel with it. He's now going to send it inside forward to 50. Tries to get the ball out the back. He's got another. He's going to run it for another goal out of the target. Skip along that 8-6-54, that is. Guess it's 5-7-37.
10 minutes.
And Leonard it was down there. He must have gone in one of the dark pockets here. I couldn't quite pick it up there. A nice little finish there. He got out the back.
So Ben Lennon kicks his first for the evening. And that is his 15th VFL goal for the season. Playing his 6th VFL match for the year. So Tigers, once again, they established that advantage. 8-6-54, plays 5-7-37. The margin is quite good for the Tigers at the moment, 17 points. Howlett has been working hard all night for the Bombers. Kicks up towards the forward 50, no mark taken from O'Brien. It spills out towards the boundary line and a boundary throw in inside 50 for Essendon. 10 minutes gone, or 10 and a half minutes almost by the time it's thrown in. Essendon 5-7-37, Richmond 8-6-54, boundary throw in far side, inside 50 for Essendon. McKernan grabbed it from the ruck contest, kicked a high ball, up and under. Players from both sides milling around the footy. It's now at the top of the Essendon goals. The Tigers get the clearing kick, but it goes out of bounds on the full. And it's going to come back, free kick to be taken by the Bombers. This might be a classic VFL moment here for Ben Howlett if he has to get over the fence. No. He sent the runner to do his dirty work. That'd be something.
I don't know whether to give him a spray or crazy.
Good delegation.
Ask someone else to do it, maybe give him a little bit of a clip, but at the end of the day, he's the player. No risk of the runner coming out. There's two of them running around for him. So he's just going to kick this one to the hot spot there. James got in a dangerous position, got a little nudge under the footy. McKernan put his hands up, couldn't quite hold it. Tackle laid by Miles, not letting it out of there. The umpire just circles and eventually he just plays this and says, I might have this one will throw it up in the air. Let's get it down again.
Ready, set up, Jacko.
25 out. From the Essendon goal, they need an answer here. Marriage with a good tap. Miles to set the side step down. Then just got smashed in a tackle. That was big from Alex Boyce. And they might just give him a chance at his third of the night. The umpire just says we need to just get a little bit tighter of an angle.
Great call, Jim. It was a fantastic tackle, just taking a little bit too long there. And Boyce now with a chance to line up goal number 3. As we've mentioned, Richmond have begun the first, second and now third terms all well. But Essendon slowly crept back into the game in the latter part of quarters.
Every occasion, and Boyce right here, he'll just get a little right to left bender and he snapped it through. Essendon got 6-7-43, Richmond 8-6-54. They just bring that margin back just a touch. Just to stay within striking distance, and as you said, getting on the first 2 quarters, if this one follows the same suit, we're going to be in for a belter of the last third.
So what have we got? 11 points of margin. It's the Tigers 8-6-54, the Bombers 6-7-43, 13 minutes gone. Just like the way that both sides are tackling inside, they're attacking 50 so well. We've seen so many goals as a result of pressure inside the attacking 50, and it's something that's certainly flowed down from the AFL level, both a hallmark of both sides at AFL level. The Bombers, we know how dangerous some of their small forwards have been, and the Tigers the same throughout the year. So back in the middle of the ground, and it's the Bombers trying to work things out. Once again, Langford wins the centre clearance, kicks inside 50, almost a mark to Boyce again. Morris did well to crash through. Garthwaite, the hands off. Now Smith kicks out wide. Marriage takes a good strong mark. Just backwards of centre wing for the Tigers. He wants to go inboard. There's no one running past for the handball at the moment. So Marriage forced to kick long, high, and down the line. Is there a fly? There is a fly. No one able to come down with it. Miles kicks towards half forward. He's outnumbered though. And the Bombers to go back on the improve through Stanton.
Stanton with the footy in hand. He's got Soldo man in the mark. He's just going to go back further afield. Inside. It's 50. It's just going to look the relay from there. They'll send it out to the wing with a steering kick going up the footy with the curve. Nice little stretch there. Taking down the fingers. Stretch and he gets it off to a runner. Been long out there on the far side, gets up a teammate. Yeah, 90 from home, the Bombers. They're just looking the slow build here. They're going to send it forward. Trying to sneak it back. There was Josh Beglin. He did so well. He's just going to try and step inside a couple. He did so. He got round 2, then 3, then threw it on the left boot. He needs a kind bounce and it goes through for a minor score. Essendon 6-8. 44, trail Richmond by 10 points. They sit on 54. Tick towards 15 minutes. Gone in this third too.
Here's Hunt in the back pocket. The Tigers near side. Wants to switch play. Smith now at the footy. Umpire calls him to play on. Forced to play on possibly a little bit prematurely. Over the top there to Punt, and now Morris. Back to Smith and Garthwaite, and they're out of trouble eventually. Good work from the Tigers. It didn't look as pretty as it possibly they would have liked, but they're well out of trouble and they're on the improve. They can go forward now with the next kick if they can get it away. Yes, they can. It goes inside 50 with Jackson Merritt there to cut things off for the Bombers. The kick just dropped a little short. Merritt's kick is dangerous. Intercepted, a chance for the Tigers. They got runners out wide. Batchelor was running forward, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter. The snap around the corner is a goal. Great goal, Brandon Wood.
Super kick goal. He's taken that 50-metre arc. Off of that step, he's given it massive ride. He's given it a long way up in the air. He's just come straight down over the slot. So calling out 50 when you're trying to hit it from 200. That's just about what he's done. Not that much height, just kept going.
Fantastic goal, and possibly against the run of play once again. You'd have to think that the Richmond coach, Craig McRae, would be very happy with that one. They worked it so well from their defensive 50. They were cool, calm, under pressure, and eventually the goal there to Brandon Wood, his second of the evening.
That'd be the one that breaks the game. Trying to get the clearance. It was Craig Bird. He did so, but he didn't have anyone out there. The handball was too hot from Morris out the wing. Then game tackle gave it off. Essendon players got there in numbers and then they'll get a rush kick going forward. Francis underneath, he might get a free kick for a hold here and he will. Sort of drew the contact almost.
Head ball! Head ball!
And now we've seen it a couple of occasions. He's backed himself in for distance. Earlier on he had one from a similar distance and he just turned his back leg forward and said, boys, I've got this. And I reckon he's going to do a similar thing here. Back and realised he needed a few extra yards, so he went back further again before starting the walk. So he's kicked from 55, gives it a ride. Distance doesn't look an issue. No, it is going to fall short and come off hand. Soldo pumps it over the line for a minor score. Listen, they kicked a few behinds here now in this term. They've just gone out to a 6-9-45. Starting Richmond 6-60, 17.5 minutes gone.
So 15 points a difference, and it's a 4-goal to 1 quarter in favour of the Tigers so far. And that is a clean exit out of defensive 50. Arts, the tumbler up towards the wing, trying to tap it on there towards Silvestro. It doesn't quite come off. Now the Bombers coming back through Jackson Merritt, puts it up towards half forward. Keeping it in there is Peters. Taps towards the boundary line. Oh, brilliant work there from the Tigers. They combine with some quick hands. Then it comes unstuck. Little handball up in the air. It's still under immense pressure from both sides. Mason Redmond squaring ball is good. It finds the target in Dylan Clark. He's about 80 metres out from the Bombers' goal. Kicks a little high up and under. Forced to sit under it was Begley. The big punch from behind came forward, but there's all Bombers at ground level. Here's Howlett from right on the 50. Paintwork kicks up towards goal. Oh, it bounced at right angles. And then, is that rushed through? Yes, it is eventually. How's the umpire going to adjudicate this one?
Disguised
He
it
says,
nicely.
yep, that's okay. All clear, one behind.
He's just faked a little slip and just got over the line. That's
Jeez.
well done, I reckon.
Tell you what, Howlett's kick, Harbhajan Singh would have been happy with that one. That pitched about 10 metres away from the goals and almost went through.
Not wrong. So Stanton gave it off. With the ball there, that was Howlett. He's just gone short now. McKernan, he's just going to send it inside forward 50. He's got a player running out there trying to gather it. Getting out there is Dylan Clark. It didn't really sit for him, and Richmond have got the numbers there. They can work it out and send it up the wing. Down the bump. The result in a free kick, but it's going to get out the back and yet charging away from the contest. Arts out down the far side. Now he's giving to the Coffin here. Showing goal here. The Tigers. Could potentially be all that Markov out there.
Jim.
Just throwing a name out there. Hoped it might work. There's 23 players in the side. There's more of a chance.
Doesn't help with the contrast. The big blue Richmond Station sign.
Makes it difficult. So the shot on goal. It looks good off the bird, but across the face they might have scored.
You don't have to worry about it.
No idea.
So let's have a look at the score. 61 plays 46. The margin 15 points. Bombers back into play. Here's Gleeson in the back pocket. Umpire asks him to play on. Pitches play to Stanton. Chol doing good effort. Oh, great effort on the mark from Chol. The pressure there was superb, and Stanton kicked it out of bounds on the full. So now a chance for Tyson Stengel. He's hard up against the boundary line. He is pretty much in row 3. Well, the Swinburne centre.
An option to go back there to Batchelor.
So here's Stengel. What's he going to do with it? He goes with the centering ball up towards the top of the square. It's all Essendon. Good mark taken by Gleeson on this occasion, but he's turned it over. Lennon takes the intercept mark and he can go back. He's going to short, is it? No. He took the mark about 15 metres out. Still hard up against the boundary line. He is a right footer. So let's see what he does here with this one. Improves the angle, goes onto the left foot, tries to hook it around the corner, it drifts right across the face and goal out of bounds on the full.
Kicked it that high, we didn't know where we were. That's a nice one. It's a like ball, so. Excellent. There's a chance to try and work it out here again. Gleeson really just playing on out of the back pocket, setting it up towards the wing. Just to a cluster of players, and it came off hands and got away from there. The guard place is just playing a bit of a goalkeeper role out there. He's able to gather it there and just send it into the corridor where he's got a Batchelor. He just pushes back and he's just going to take his time in. He wants a short off and the guard player to give him that one. So he's going to go further afield for a one-on-one. He's down under a little bit of pressure there, so they're going to send it back four there. He's gathered the belt. Now they send it up to the field and now they've got a big throw on the camera. He missed. Once again, he's going to go long. Scholl's going to fly at the hill. Oh, third advantage. I need to just blow his hand. Stengel did well. He goes short. 11 numbers here. And he goes with the footy there. That was Brandon Ward. He's going to sit over the top. He's got a man under all sorts of pressure there. He's going to sit down the back.
I'm over it. You tell me.
Now he's going to work his way up here into the hands.
So Kobe Much is the Essendon man down. He's coming off. His kick goes up towards Begley. He couldn't quite take the mark. Morris did very well. And now, absolutely wrapped up is Begley. The umpire says holding the ball. Great tackle, James Fletcher. And it is going to be a Richmond free kick about 90 metres out. What's he going to do with this next kick? He's got plenty of numbers inside 50. That kick goes very wide. And then he's well defended by Heckle. He just about put the ball through the building's wall. It was such a good fist that goes out of play down the goal.
Now it's got the front position, the ruck on this Long was involved. Peter Hansberg came back, Edward was there, he gave it off, now going for a little bit of Gallop was hail it. Gonna send it out towards the outer side, working well. What's the Richmond defender there? He just got a little side step in, coming up to the ball with Silvestro, gives the hands off. Now the Tigers are going to go on our least favoured wing. The kick was caught, it was intercepted. So that's what happens. He'll be blaming the line there for that ball kick as Dons can just get a little bit of a run going. Going to bring it down the field and a simple mark dropped on the paint of 50, but they're able to gather up the short kick man and found the Kernan. Tight angle, 35 round from goal. He's setting his own angle. Now, this is the line I'm going back on.
Geez, big kick in the context of this game, Jim. We're 24 minutes down in the third term. The Bombers are trailing by 15 points. This to reduce the margin to just 9 points. McCurtain tucked up against the boundary.
Yes, McCurtain, kick on its way. That's an impressive sort of kick. Boys get around him too, as they should do when he slides in there. Let's bring that margin back again. 7-10-52, Richmond 9-7-61. You'd almost say it's sort of against the run of play here.
Right. 9 points the difference now, and very interesting time. Richmond done well early in quarters. Bombers have done well late in quarters. The margin for Richmond in front by 9 points. At half time, it was Essendon by 1 point. At quarter time, it was Essendon by 4 points. So the Tigers haven't led at either of the breaks as yet. And it'll be interesting to see how these last few minutes pan out. It's 4-2 in this quarter so far in favour of the Tigers. Ball back in the middle of the ground. Interesting to hear after that Essendon goal. Pretty good reaction from the crowd. So plenty of Bomber supporters ventured into enemy territory here for this game. As the ball spills out towards Howlett, who's been sensational for the Bombers, but he's wrapped up, holding the ball, says the umpire. Great tackle there came from Arts. He's got the footy about 65, 70 metres out from goal. He's going to send it as long as he can in towards the pocket. There's room and space for Leonard to run on, take the mark, and he can go back and kick the goal from about 40 metres out. Angle probably just worse than 45. It'll take a good kick from here, but certainly not beyond him.
Yeah, it's going to be disappointed with what went on in the middle of the ground. The hell, it's too slow to get there.
He's really disappointed about that. He's had a good game so far. In he comes. He kicks on goal. The goal umpire does not move. It's a goal to the Tigers. The stabiliser that they needed. And they increase the lead back to 15 points.
Till 3/4 time.
That's huge. The time in this game too. That's 28 this term.
Anybody's playing well that you can see?
Really, the third term, that's what they want. Every term so far, 10 beyond this Essendon to come back out of every quarter. Trying to make it a little bit too fast. Back in the centre there. Trying to break through there. This ball was Jacob Dullard, who had plenty of it earlier tonight. Marty Gleeson came up to the pill and he's knocked it out towards the ground. Trying to get there. And Holly Mark got him gathered. He's going to go there.
Really?
He's just going on the boot, kick out the full wheel on the forward hopping.
Corey Enright.
Oh,
In personality. Very quiet.
Great spot for him to clear it out of so far. He's got a few cracks at it. He's got the long kick to get it 60 away from 60 goal and get the numbers down and left the bottom of the pack. Had a run, he's going to go for the footy. They're hitting the best of James Peters. He's trying to break through, but he's held up well. The Tigers going to work this one again. That's gets on the left foot, sends it inside forward 50. He needs a flyer. Looks like Stengel went up to it. Tigers trying to get some numbers coming in off the half forward flank. No one really got there to the flank again, and it looks like really wrapped up the ball up. 50-yard protection. Then to the Tigers.
15 points the difference. 10-7-67 Richmond. Essendon 7-10-52. We played 28 minutes in the third term. It's been a real arm wrestle throughout. 4 points the Bombers led by at quarter time. 1 point at half time. Now it's been a good quarter for Richmond.
come and see it.
Lead by
Oh, yeah.
15 points as another ball up on the 50 paintwork far side here. Swinburne Centre, fabulous new partnership between the Richmond Football Club and Swinburne University of Technology now underway. So we are at the Swinburne Centre as the Bombers win this clearance and they find a late one. Kick up to the wing is a good one. Find a mark. They want to move it on quickly. Numbers streaming forward for both sides, or for the Bombers, I should say, streaming back for the Tigers. Now Francis tries to sell some candy, got around his opponent only just, and then dribbled one up towards half forward. Not a good disposal, and the Tigers are going to come back with interest possibly. Marbio Scholl, he leads the race, the foot race, he gathers the footy, kicks on the left foot towards goal. Scholl's kick a ripper!
About 25 metres around the boundary line, give an high five.
What fabulous timing on the stroke of three-quarter time.
The umpire bounces it. Been a mixture tonight, bouncing it up. We're not sure what we're going to get. As crashing in there, I know it's a lot of statements last term, and as the result, the ball goes nowhere, one ball up. One here, so two battles, Soldo against Rainbow. The numbers there, they put it out the back. Work off that half back flank, a bit of an kick or get to it as far as the top. Not the half forward flank from there. He's got some numbers there, charging and sitting out his line. They do it. Good saw. He was set there down the Tigers down the outside.
You can see this game starting to open up, Jim. As the Tigers move it up towards centre half forward. No mark taken for either side. Spills out the back, sold over the big don't argue, and then knocks it back, and now spills out a play boundary through.
That's what you want to see from the big ruck when he's got the ball in hand. Don't let these little blokes go and get a hold of the edge and rough them on. Exactly what you need to do. Stuff up the disposal. So the zone back in play. Soldo has the front position. Jordan Brown has nothing up with it. There's a hole further off the field. Now sitting full towards half forward flank. Strong tackle late there by Hunt. And gets out the back. Essendon try again. We've got a number 3, but a good intercept mark. Taking that there. Coffee it was it. So he's just off the back of the one. There's a left line in front. Did quite well. Everybody there for this though. Row against
You can just see there, Jim, that kick from Caulfield really dropped short, so possibly it's the Bombers kicking the win in this final quarter. So here's Heppel. He's going to send the Bombers long and inside 50. We might hear that again tonight. His brother Dyson. We're at the top of the goal square, and the Tigers win the clearing possession, but it's going to come back in. The Bombers with a mark just outside 50. Short kick is on, short option is on, and a chance to kick on goal here coming up for the Bombers. They've trailed this one by 21 points. So, in he comes from 45 metres out. Howlett, he lights it off the boot, or was edging towards, but you might have heard the big sound then was the ball slamming into the post. Just a minor score from Ben Howlett.
Absolutely forward hand. Don't bring towards our commentary position. So it goes up there, comes off hands, comes to Thompson there, so no fault. Trying to get to his heart. Shoulders there as well. Get through the high tackle. Oh, I missed it. Well, it's on, I reckon. There's the ball up. 5 out from. Yes, the goal. We'll push the tab off the footy. He's strong on this occasion. Gets through. Gets the right foot mark on the boot towards a dangerous position. Comes off hands again there, trying to get across. Return and back towards the goal, still in a dangerous position. That's a long way well.
So ball up inside 50 for the Bombers. We trail this one by 20 points. 4 minutes played, final term. 11-7-73 the Tigers. 7-11-53 the Bombers. Tigers win the clearance and it comes out towards centre wing. Here's Joel. Can he get on the end of that? Not quite this time. In the end, it's Ballard that gathers. Wheels around, left foot kick. Joel kept on running. He hit the mark 70 metres from home. Lennon wants it long. It's going to drop short though. And it was a spearing ball inside 50. Possibly not the right type of kick. And then McNeese got it out of defensive 50 and the Bombers can improve through Stanton. Goes through the middle of the ground. Is that high contact? Yes it is, says the umpire. Alex Boyce with the free kick. Right in the centre of Punt Road Oval here, the Swinburne Centre. Boyce with a long kick to the top of the square. Big fly from Francis, didn't come down with it. It almost rolled all the way through. In the end, the last line of defence is picked up and the Tigers can now clear defence.
Yeah, so it looks like a back pocket. Stuff that up. Anyway, the kick comes out of there. Yeah, it might be. Markov's been everywhere in that part of the ground. The kick came up to the half-back flag and came back in, bounced off the just bird, and then landed back on it. Did well. Sidestep on the boundary line, Bolton's trying to work this one along there. Bongo walk, I think they're in. Throw in about 90 rounds for Richmond goals. Yeah, Charles just walk himself inside 450, put himself in a dangerous position. Darby there, sitting back there on him. Now it's got front position, just came over back from Draper. Effective there for the goals who are able to get this one going for 50.
Great tackle. Fantastic tackle. Francis looked like he was just going to gather, wheel around and be off, but he's in fact not even up yet. And now Garthwaite, after his brilliant tackle, sends the Tigers inside 50. Kick dropped short though. The Bombers able to cut it off. Aaron Francis still not up for the Bombers yet, so some concerns for them. The prize pick. Now Gleeson, meantime, streams through the middle of the ground, kick long towards attacking 50, no mark taken there. And now players from both sides milling around the footy. The Tigers are the ones that come up with it though. Eventually they work it out and through the middle of the ground and they can go here. Plenty of numbers everywhere. The kick comes up towards half forward for Richmond. No luck there for Hunt with the bounce. The Bombers end up with it. A bit of kick to kick going on here between the two arcs. It's scrappy. It's not finding many targets, but it is intense. And eventually it's Ivan Marek with clean disposal. He hits up Lennon on his attacking edge of the centre square. Kicks long into the pocket. Richmond player caught behind in the end there. Might have been Stengel, but trying to tap it onto advantage. Eventually, numbers with the Bombers. They should clear defensive 50 now. They're just about out of it. McNeese takes the mark on defensive 50 and they can clear this one.
Yeah, so McNeese just goes short there. He's had all sorts of pressure. Stengel came at him. He struggled there. Oh, he's taken a bounce and left the pill behind. He just ran straight past it. He managed to go back and get the ball and get it out. Gets taken there with O'Brien. He's just going to go up the wing. Finds Boyce. He's got a runner there. Campbell wasn't great for when he put him under pressure. He got on the through. Really strong mark taking him out for Blank and Stanton. And then over the top there. Working hard for him to go away. Those not go there. So Stanton's a long way out. Sit it up and look for a mark there. Marriage got in dangerous position. It's come off hand. It's on score. I guess we'll go to 7, 12, 4. Trying to reach with 11, 7, 7, 3, not 8 minutes. All of a sudden, it's a bit tight.
50-metre penalty here. It's going away of the time, so surely that last point did count. But I can tell you, if there are any Bombers supporters listening, there is some bad news because Aaron Francis has come from the ground and the doctors are assessing his knee at the moment. So some concerns there for Aaron Francis. He did walk off. He's positive, as you say. So he's Chance for the Tigers to clear the fence. Derek Smith. Yes, the young academy player. What a great story Derek Smith is.
He's had a lot of it, and he's showing intensity's been good.
So Smith kicks it long towards centre wing. It spills out towards Gleeson. Handball back into the corridor. Dangerous, but McNeese backs himself and then kicks out wide. The switch is on for the Bombers. And now Jake Long. Oh, his kick was terrible. Let him down, was looking for Stanton. Now the Tigers can go forward. Kick on goal is well wide though. It's a terrible kick in there. And that is not a good kick, 13 miles I think. So Essendon free kick in the back pocket.
And a look to go at that far side. And now the kick was dangerous and Lennon was there to intercept it. He only had to hit a target 25 metres away to the Essendon defender there. He's just gone there and put his teammate in all sorts of trouble. The man in the right place at the right time. Had put a couple of quick steps and he got there to a strong mark. So now he gets his chance to have a shot on goal. Looks alright off the bird, sliding, but it's through. Let him get this through. Tigers are looking to the goose in this one. They extend their lead. All of a sudden, they kick 12-7.
Hello? Oh, you've got a private number. I'm at work. I'll call you back.
1 point. Quarter time, the Bombers by 4 points. Ben Lennon took 3 second half goals, and they now lead this one by almost 5 goals, I should say. So you can see 25 points, almost just over 4 goals, I should say. You can see the influence that Lennon's had on this game as the Tigers win the stoppage in the middle of the ground, or the clearance, but only as far as Gleeson towards centre half back. Takes him up and wants to switch play. McNeese. He was the one that turned it over inside his attacking 50, resulting in the Lennon goal just before. Bombers not done with yet. They kick inside 50. Then they find a mark. Not quite. Spills out of play. Yes, umpire says, yep, out of play. Boundary throw in inside 50 for the Bombers, kicking towards the Broughton Avenue goals. And it is a boundary throw in about 15 metres round from their goals.
Give themselves a chance in this game. They've got to get one. Just about now. Bombers running out. Much there. You know, she's got front position. So a little bit of danger, but still about 50 round from the Essendon goal. And really working out here just to hold this one up. They've got a lead now, they've just got to hold on to it. Play nice, really working back very good. Back up front, they've got a nice little palm on it. Work down for their teammates. Pretty good play. Locked up. 5 out to go now. It's gone. Long term. Goal from the dark pocket. It's very difficult. It's just been it's like Ollie Markov now picked up. Now we're on the right side of the ground. This is where we want it, and Ollie Markov's turning sides. Believe it or not.
So boundary throw in. Now on it as inset the near side, the grandstand side. Inside 50 for the Bombers. What can they produce? What can the Tigers do in defence? Ball knocked down. Ground level. Jackson Merritt wrapped up, taken to ground. The umpire says ball up. 13 minutes gone. All these seconds valuable. The Tigers are holding on to that advantage. 25 points the difference. 79 plays 54. Back up in the air. Tigers trying to work this one out of trouble. It's still in dispute about 20 metres out from the Essendon goals. What can the Tigers manage in defence? They just work it out towards the 50. Not really any meaningful possession, but the rugby scrum style play is working well, and we'll force another stoppage.
Right enough, 50 around for the Dons goal. They've got to get something here. Allen tries to find a way through. He does. He gets a right foot spiral line. Look at that. Let's go do it. Two goes way up the post for about 45 out. And the Dons are just hanging around.
In dead set, he is kicked torpedo in the middle of the pack, out of nowhere.
So it's 14 on 2, so he's
19 points of difference now. 12-7-79, the Tigers. Essendon, 8-12-60. Howlett kicks his second, one in the first term, one in the final term. And there's still a sniff here for the Bombers. Still a big crowd on hand. The senior game getting underway for some time yet, so good crowd is still here at Punt Road Oval, and they've witnessed a great game. Beautiful tap down there, finds Miles, who kicks long inside 50. Oh, almost a mark to Soldo. Tap down though, handball. Oh, Miles kept on running, kicks on goal, and it sneaks through. Beautiful follow-up play from Anthony Miles. He kicks his first, and look at them all get around him. Every player goes and gets around Anthony Miles as he kicks the goal. You might have heard a whistle there. Don't panic, just a blood rule. But not anything to worry about. No reversal. It looks like it might be Jackson Merritt maybe coming off for the Bombers.
What I love about that goal, lead up to the goal was some really quick hands in amongst the contest after the mark went down, which is at least Miles to get a chance to get one to that goal. So ball back to the ground, Essendon. They've got to find something to send down. So long to get that goal, and then Richmond just cancel it out, so they've got to go to another level. Great tap. Marriage found Miles, they're going to run off half back. Now, short kick towards that half minutes, he's head over it. Then he rolled over, stop the him. Now back to Muddy Leeson. He's going to send out towards the wing. And he's sent over to the Tigers. Oh, okay, over the ball, so it's going to be jumping now. Goes towards the start force position. He goes the ball with Peters, and he's tackled, and then he goes after it again. He was tough. Can't quite get away now. He goes there, and then he's down on the other side. He went short now. Build from that back point. Short kick in for targets. Empty side of centre. Out of wing. And then next to the right. Good ball over the right. All over the right. Throwing jobs.
25 points the difference. The Tigers in control of this one. One more goal, you'd say, and that'd be curtains on this game. There you go, Jim Hickleton said that the Tigers are already home. They've only won 2 games for the season, one of which we called back in round 1, Jim. They're looking to break a 4-game losing streak in the VFL as they find a mark at half-back the Tigers. Let's hope they switch towards the grandstand side. Juggling mark is taken there by Big Marek, who wants to switch play. Morris is pulling through it on this grandstand side. And Bachelor ignores that and goes out wide. Geez, it almost intercepted. That's Francis, so good to see that he's back out there. And doctors have assessed him as okay. Miles, back to Bachelor. Now Soldo calling for it. Got to wait underneath it for a little bit. Maybe needs a run pass. Take responsibility and go again. He's picked up about 4 disposals in the last 30 seconds there.
Short again. Throw in. Just right in front of our coaching position. It's pretty light.
He's looking there for the target to Markov, but Markov is back turn and ran off the ground.
They wake up there. So the kick eventually found his way around Woody, sent the long into fire inside 450. Cut less than the defenders went up and they both sort of scored each other. Now little flick out the back. The Richmond side each towards goal.
Great tackle.
Really strong tackle. Holds up the ball. Scored pocket. Back. Tackle looks like. Perfect tackle. Gary's not bring it out.
Yep, work that out, they say. Here's Redmond. Little handball over the top. And the 1-2 there with Jackson Merritt. Almost ran into trouble. Disposal wasn't great. The umpire says free kick off the ball. Oh, a little bit going on there. Redmond still on the deck. And in the end, it's a downfield free kick. You follow that, Jim. I'll follow the play as Howlett goes inside 50 and takes the mark. Or the mark is taken, I should say, by Josh Begley. So he's a goal kicker already tonight. To say he needs this one would be an understatement for the Bombers. They trail by 25 points. This to give them any sort of snip in the match. Begley kicked his goal in the second term. He'll add a second and now in the final term. He's going to have to kick from about 48 metres out. Angle probably worse than 45. Wrong side for a right footer. Starts it right, it bends back a fair bit, but not enough. Just a minor score. 24 points and even 4 goals in this contest. It's 8-13-61. Plays 13-7-85. The Tigers by 4 goals.
Tigers will get these going again. Johnson puts his hand up and says, sit that on your head, mate. I'll do the rest. Comes in to the side and there, he just
Jeez, he jumps it out in it as well.
So the ball comes out back there.
On the ball. Great tackle. I think he's played some sort of game today. He's been superb in the air, superb on the ground. And that tackle was superb reward for effort. And now he goes long and down the line. Soldo direction. Didn't quite get anywhere near it. The umpire paid a shepherding free kick. It's going the Bombers' way anyway though. Advantage given. Now a chance here to Nick Hine. Forced to concede territory. The Richmond press has been superb all day today. They've restricted the Bombers to just 8 goals. The ball goes out wide. No mark taken. And now the Tigers can mop up in there from their defensive half. Ball at half forward. Chain of handballs ends with a long kick up towards the wing, just into space. Tracking it back there is Much. He gathers, kicks him board. Kick is good. They're still inside their defensive 50, the Bombers. They need to move it forward quickly if they're any chance of getting back into this one.
So Morris takes the ball well the other week for the Tigers, so they can just work it forward a couple of little sneaky handballs. Now really good defensive back there. Essendon getting desperate. They can't quickly there. Much had it. Moved it on. Now they can work it down the wing. Sitting underneath the ball there. That was Francis. Nice little stretch. He's just going to kick it further upfield. Continue on under all sorts of pressure. Just think of another.
It's not the siren, that's a train.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to kick inside the forward 50s. Number out the back for the Dogs. That was Jamie Peters. Works his way towards the goal face. Richard works it out well. The last line of defence kick out there. Should stay just. That is long. The Weir's there. Tried to break away. Gave it off there. Redmond took off. He kicked it. Forward flank. Big over the back of the side. Went to big tone argue. It worked for the big man. Really Tyson cleared out of there. Sitting on the ball's Ballard. The fly it back. Almost taken. Yeah, it's like Gleason.
Down to throw into centre wing, right in front of our commentary position. Time running out. The Tigers have been superb all day today. They started off quarters very well. They trailed by a point at half time and now they lead this one by 4 goals. At the 24-minute mark, Francis trapped it. Oh, coming through there with Derek Smith. Did well to intercept. Didn't quite gather possession though. Now the ball's still in dispute. In the end, it's Miles that comes through with it. Langford though gathers, got the handball forward. Clark is well tackled. Spills out. Howlett was in two minds as to whether to kick or handball. In the end, little kick forward from Jackson Merritt is marked, and the Bombers can go back and have the shot on goal for Begley.
Shot here. He moved back that far. Stuck the kick already.
Not Begley, it's Boyce, I should say. And he kicks the goal. And Boyce has goals in every quarter. 4 goals to Alex Boyce, and a good solid effort from him up forward. 3 goals the difference. The Bombers perhaps see themselves as still in the contest.
Got a nice little tally going his way here, those boys. All for the day, but get the way here.
25 minutes gone, 13-7-85. Richmond, Essendon, 9-13-67, 18 points the difference. It's 2 goals to 2 in this quarter, so 4 goals, probably looking at a 28-minute quarter or so.
Got the money there. Marriage Street Derby in the centre of the ground. Umpire just imagine what he's going to do, and then does it. The bounce wasn't bad, Marriage went hard and he dropped it to the head as he went through there. A little bit of pain there. Hunter's going up to the footy. That's going to have to lift the knees for the Dons. Markov got involved. Bogus going inside forward 50 now, trying to get there. Like, there is a mark on the chest. Coriolis, he marks the 45 out. Slide angle. Bogus going for a quick response. Working through that.
So Jim, if he kicks this one, it's all over. I think it's all over anyway, but a bit of icing on the cake maybe.
I reckon. These are the ones too, with a big crowd, you slot it, then you look to it, and you just get a little bit of love and appreciation from them while you're at it. You make his way to about 45, left foot kick. Looks alright. Snuck it through, Tigers at home. 14-7-91, Essendon 9-13-57. So 67. This one is done.
Well, fantastic play there from the Tigers. Once again, they've kicked their 14 goals. They've restricted the opposition to just 9. They've defended really well. They've defended really well inside their attacking 50, and that's where a lot of their goals have come from. They've come from turnovers from Essendon inside their defensive 50. So full credit to Richmond. They're going to break a 4-goal losing streak in the VFL as they win the clearance through Ballard. Only as far as Stanton though. He goes to half forward. The Bombers still coming up the Tigers, even though this one you'd say is done and dusted. Mark inside 50 taken by Boyce. Jeez, he's been very impressive, hasn't he?
He's been absolutely super today. I reckon they found one here, Don.
He might be on the VFL list.
That was stuff that road.
In he comes, Boyce to kick goal number 5. No mistake, straight through the middle. And one in the first, one in the second, one in the third, now 2 in the final quarter for Alex Boyce. Margin back to 4 goals. Sorry, back to 3 goals, I should say. And they got the instant reply. But 27.5 minutes have ticked by. The Bombers too little, too late. The Tigers have convincingly won the 3rd and 4th quarters. And they should record win number 3 for the season here in the VFL.
Back in the centre of the game, the umpire just gives some bounce again and throws it up. I'm not sure what's going on in there. Miles got the hands out of the back, Hunt's out too quick for his teammate there. Now that Don's just clears one out of the end. Boyce in a good position here. He's almost pulled him in one Jude. Can't play that chance. He gathered it well, got the hands out in front of the teammate. Now they're going to find a shot on goal. Don's twisted over like a bachelor. But in a good position and just help them on only line for a minor score. Sitting at 6 points. So Matthew will sit that left through into it. He has that all game. Gets the outside there. Defensive 50, but he's got nothing out the back. Working tight on the line. Now they'll send it in the game. 1-on-1. Real good position though. That's Bachelor once again.
He's been very good down back tonight. Bachelor, good marker of the ball, good distributor of the ball. And certainly held up the back half very well for the Tigers as they try to exit defensive 50. So Oleg Markov keeps it very close to the boundary line. Chol did well to edge his opponent underfoot, then won the ball at ground level. There's the siren. Full time here at the Swinburne Centre.